Hi cutie pies, welcome back to my channel. I think as of lately, especially for our generation, me and you, we've been chronically online a little bit too much. Everyone's constantly on their phone, constantly scrolling through TikTok, constantly scrolling through Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, all of these forms of media where you can quickly and endlessly continue consuming media over and over and over again. I want to find a way to stop that for myself. I also spend so much time online because I'm creating stuff to go online. So I think when I have free time, I want to be able to do different things other than scrolling online, because really it does nothing for me. It's not really improving my life. And if I need to get inspiration for future projects or videos or reels or whatever it is, I can just do that while I'm working and not while I'm relaxing, because it's just like, what the fuck is the point of doing that? So I am going to start an endeavor for this season of my life and find new hobbies that are going to consume my time, allow me to feel a little bit more productive, allow me to enjoy free time with myself, or I mean, I could do this with other people too. That does not include scrolling through social media. Welcome to my floor. We are doing one of the hobbies which I've just started, and it is creating clay, anything, like literally anything. I may or may not have a really jank version of how I do this, only because the day that I decided I wanted to start making these little clay things as a fun hobby, I decided to go to Walmart instead of like a craft store, and the best thing I could find was a kid's toy. So this is a pack of pre-mixed textured air dried clay. So basically all you need is air dried clay. I chose to get this so that I could play with the colors while I'm creating rather than making it all with white air dried clay and then painting it. I thought this kind of was a little bit easier, I guess. Now let me tell you, I think it's a lot harder than I ever possibly could have imagined. Let me show you the one that I did make that I'm the most proud of, but you'll see that it's like really not that great. This is my little panda. She came out kind of cute, honestly. I feel like it would have been good to have little tools, but I don't have any little tools. I want to show you guys the one that my boyfriend made too. Baby Yoda. That was crazy, honestly. I'm going to start by finding my inspo. See, some people, like, I don't think this is the same. This can't be the same type of clay. Like, they made little trinket dishes, which I was just like, oh, that would be super cute. Oh my god, I'm gonna try to make this. I haven't been very good since I've just started, so bear with me. We're gonna try our best. Okay, so I played myself. This is my base color because I don't have enough white, so I'm screwed. Guys, I'm gonna reiterate, in terms of hobbies being not something you have to be super amazing at, it didn't turn out quite so similar to the picture. This is my little tray. Okay, you know what? It's kind of cute. It's kind of fun. Like, it's obviously still soft because no time has passed. I had to like double layer her because this color didn't match that color. But there she is. I'll give myself a 4 out of 10, and I think it's definitely a skill that I can get better at. So I think that the easiest time for me to get on my phone and start scrolling through TikTok and scrolling through Instagram is before bed. It is the #1 time that I will lose hours of my night, actually. What I've started to do is switch the habit of being on my phone to in a different world, in a book. I want to talk about some books, and then I want to set some time aside to read. So this is the book I'm reading currently. I think it's not really giving intense at all. It's very, very, very slow build up, and it's also like, it's hard for me to get through. I might stop. I might get another book. I was gifted this book and have yet to start it, but because it's not in the genre that I normally read, I'm like hesitant because I want to be in the right like mental space. So this is on my to be read list. This is a really, really, really good book. I'm almost done, but like I pick and and choose when I read this. I'll also go back to other chapters that I've highlighted a bunch of different areas of this book. I think this is one of the best self-help books I've ever read because it's so all-encompassing of every little thing that you read in other self-help books, and this kind of just has it all. A very easily digestible self-help book that is perfect for someone who's just getting started in the self-help books. 10 out of 10. I read this whole book. It was a very easy read. This is like a book that I would give my friend who's never been to therapy. You know, like one of those. But anyways, let's get to do a little bit of reading before bed. It's so much better for me to not be on my phone before I go to bed. It'll help me be able to sleep, and I prioritize my sleep so much. Like when I don't sleep the perfect amount of hours, I get really frustrated and like I feel like my day is like messed up. So let's enjoy, let's sit back, let's relax, and let's read. This is something I like to do obviously with other people instead of putting on a TV show. Me and my boyfriend are both guilty of literally sitting here after a long day and being on our phones and like scrolling through. And one thing that we started to do a lot is play card games. This is a card game that Dante is teaching me called Scopa.
It's an Italian card game.
For those of you who weren't aware,
I'm Italian.
Dante's Italian.
Okay, let me go first.
Okay, but I don't know what these cards mean though.
It's the exact same thing as cards. 1, 1, 1, 7.
Oh,
Okay,
like
7.
how many objects are on the page. Yeah. Okay, I get it.
Collect the most gold coins, most cards. Lucky 7. So you get the gold 7. That's an automatic point. Oh, you get a point for each scopa. You remember that? So when you clear the base.
Okay, go.
Scopa.
How? That's 1.
That's 10. That's a king, bro.
Ugh,
the king's literally wearing a king.
I don't understand.
Okay, look. 6. You're getting slammed.
What? How does
You're getting mauled. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6. Never kiss your enemies. You thought. Alright, let's go.
Never
Call for it
kiss your
again.
enemies.
Damn it. I was gonna get you twice. Alright, I'm just gonna play it safe. Give me that card. Gold coin. Alright, I won the cards.
How do you know?
Put them side by side. Yeah. Okay, I got 1 cards. I got a scope. That's 2.
I
and
have most goldest.
So you got 1 free point, 1 gold. So you got 2 points. I got 2. Damn it.
Tied.
Actually, it wasn't even that high up. The fuck. And that goes to 46.
We tied.
Yeah, it goes to 46 points. I got 2. That's 46. But it's, we're putting money on this. Yeah, if you want to put $500.
Yeah.
Actually?
No, I can't afford it. This is my #1 favorite hobby and has become an integral part of my mental well-being and getting away from any device and getting into the real world. Now, it doesn't have to be a long time, but going for a walk in the daytime with the sun, hopefully, fingers crossed, today I'm lucky the sun's out, on your skin, absorbing the vitamin D, being out in nature is a top tier way to spend your time. By the way, I feel like people are gonna ask me about this sports bra. It's literally so cute. I'll link it. I'm gonna head over to a trail to do my walk. This TikTok one time that was talking about how we've become such consumers that we don't create anymore. This hobby is going to be sketching / drawing / doodling. Literally went to the dollar store, grabbed myself a sketchbook, grabbed myself some felt tip Sharpie pens. So I think we're gonna do more of like doodling. I've always been a doodler, and we're just gonna let the creative juices flow, listen to some music. Like, what a fun vibe. This whole video is really just getting in touch with your inner child at the end of the day. Finished my doodle. This is actually really fun. I highly, highly recommend. So I had this little octopus sitting next to me, and that was my immediate inspiration. I just ended up copying this octopus, and it ended up being the main centerpiece of my doodle. Then I decided I wanted to have the octopus laying on something, and then I drew this shape, and I was like, kind of looks like a snow globe. Inside the snow globe is a little house, some trees, some mountains, some snow, some people skiing. I said on the snow globe, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. For some reason, the thought of an iPod popped into my head, so I made it the snow globe say 2011. And then as I was doodling, I was reflecting on the fact that I don't really remember when the iPod came out or what year it was actually really present. I had a little iPod Nano at some point, and that's kind of the time frame I was thinking of, so I just put 2011. Don't know if that's correct or not. But then I decided to make some books in the background and kind of make it look like this is like on a table somewhere. And I drew the little iPod Nan, and I put some books in the back. I literally cheated a little bit because I went on my iPad and I was like, what are some books that came out in 2011 so it has a little bit of like accuracy? I saw Divergent, so I drew a book title named Divergent. I drew a diary, and then I just scribbled on this one because I couldn't think of something to put on this book. That's my doodle, guys, and I hope you enjoy her. So those are all of my hobbies, which I have began to integrate, some a little bit more than others, some need a little bit more practice than others, but that's what I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, like the video, comment down below what your hobbies are as of right now to stop mindlessly and doom scrolling on your phone all the time. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!